Hey everyone, this is Louis7 and I am streaming the Lord of the Rings online this evening. I will be just continuing Angmar on my Rune Keeper here, probably similar to last night, not going to be going too long. I'm also starting this one a little bit later because I've been busy doing homework up until now. But we are back here in Aughaire. I think last time, I'm trying to remember, I left off I think in Passage Lorry. I just finished kind of that Hill Beast quest chain. Let me see if I can see who that was anymore. I don't remember the name of him. I kind of want to. Yeah, I don't see it anywhere, but it was like a T Talog or something. But anyway, we just finished his quest chain basically, and my internet looks like it is not wanting to be real nice to me right now. Okay, yeah, my latency is a little bit higher than normal even for streaming, but it looks like the stream itself is doing okay. So I think I have turn-ins here actually. So what I did, I went ahead and did my level 15 and 30 class quests, and that just reminded me, I never picked up the book from Rivendell. I need to talk to Elrond for that. So I did not do that one. I don't know where that quest went because I didn't do that. But I think I went to Rivendell. I went to Rivendell separately. Actually, it's Aragorn we need to talk to, not Elrond for that. I don't know where my level 39 quest went though. I don't know. I know I need to just talk to a Rune Keeper trainer and I can get those. But yeah, and maybe I think when I went to do my other class quests, I might have done that as well. But I was kind of just wondering where that went. But it's something else in general that I need to do on this character. But I did get caught up on my level 15 and 30 class quests finally. So it looks like, yeah, I just have some turn-ins here. We'll go ahead and do this. And we should be, as the title suggests, getting a lot of quests from Aughaire. I've already done kind of the first set and have already done quite a few. I don't know what I want. I'm just like hovering over these quest rewards, not really deciding on anything. So we already leveled up. That's pretty nice. Just like start this and level up. I will get vivid imagery for my yellow line here. Definitely want that. Probably keep it up here for now because all these other things. Actually, I don't want to use steady hands. I mean, it's actually a useful skill. I don't mean it. I don't want to use it in that way, but all these other things I have to do for some class deeds, so I kind of want them easy to use on my front bar there. Might as well help this burglar. Hope he wants some. Oh yeah, I need to put do not fall on anybody, I see. Where? I just had my quest turn, and was it back here? I saw the ring, but I don't know, maybe it was that guy. I thought I saw another ring actually in the tent, but it might have just been this thing right here, which is a filtered quest, so it's kind of... Is this the filtered? Yeah. Sorry I have that filtered, but it's still showing the ring, but if I try to filter it there, maybe it'll stay away. So do I have all the quests? I really feel like I should have a lot more quests right now. Why do I have Homesteads of Gondor? I have no idea when I got the Homesteads of Gondor quest either. Maybe I've had it this whole time, but... Oh yeah, because we were in the middle, that's why. I forgot I left in the middle. We didn't even do... We did the first quest set, which was actually pretty short and quicker than I remember, and then the second quest set is a little bit longer and more like what I remember the first one being. So we are still in the middle of the second quest set and just kind of finished that whatever his name is, Telagos. Something close to those, I think, though. But yeah, we need to head up northeast here. I think there are a lot of the Duverdane and maybe some Angmar I might have to kill up there. And it looks like orcs, actually. Torkrip. Those are orcs. It's nice, I wonder... So I could get Scathing Mockery and Fire. It's really horrible skill, but it's still fun to have, I think. And eventually is worth spending a trait point on. Hey Controller Tis, and you say it is said that devs are willing to implement a new class. What do you think it could be? Some speculate that it could be Achingul, Rays of Vengeance. don't know who that is, but I can talk about this a little bit because somebody brought it up in another stream and it was something I completely forgot about. So Cordovan said that they were working on a new class, like he specifically said that. And to me it would align with Menace Morgul, the expansion. That would be like a good time, in my opinion, to release a new class, but they didn't have it in the producer's letter, so that is kind of something odd. And I've heard some people say that they aren't actually going to and just kind of sweep that under the rug if possible. But that was something that did exist at some point at least. And so some things that could be, I would be really excited for some things that most definitely would break Lord of the Rings lore, which is probably something people don't want, especially like we have the Rune Keeper, which is already pushing the boundaries, and I think some people don't like the class because it breaks lore. And that's the class I'm playing right now, of course. But I think a Defiler-like class, so kind of a druid in a way, or even a shaman, but like you see a lot of orc defilers, I'm thinking something like that. If there's any sense for that in the Lord of the Rings for a like good person like an elf or a race of man or whatever to be that, I think it would be a good fit for a new class. Just to have, there aren't many casters in LOTRO because, you know, it's kind of a lore issue there as well. I'm not even using my good skills. I don't think I've used one like consuming, what am I thinking? Attunement consumer until I use that one. I also, just some other general class interests I would have would be some sort of, I wouldn't mind another melee class that maybe delves into a little bit of magic, which again, that's kind of the breaking lore boundary that I seem to want to keep crossing, but more specifically, I think something using shadow could be interesting. If we like ignore lore for a second, I think that could be definitely an interesting class, like a shadow using melee class. And I don't know that Achangol again, but the Rays of Vengeance part sounds like it could be somewhat close to that. Wow, I think that's my first real big crit with epic conclusion since starting Angmar. I replaced my chisel. I actually had this in my inventory the whole time and just now like noticed it before I started the stream. I don't know if it increased my damage that much, but I feel quite a bit stronger even in the yellow line than what I was before. I'm also getting a ton of crits, which is pretty significant for the yellow line. Some other class ideas, though, I would have could be a melee, kind of like a shaman from WoW, a melee type class like that that's kind of a melee version of a Rune Keeper, which if it's going to be Rune Keeper, like they already have the Rune Keeper, so that might not be as big of an issue with lore. What do I need here? Guess I finished everything. I'll head north. I don't know if I need to exactly leave this camp or if I just continue up kind of up that ramp. I don't think I continue up the ramp, but we can look at the map after we fight a couple more mobs. I guess I do, even in yellow line, wouldn't mind opening with Distracting Flame just because I need it for the deed, but I'll probably switch to red line eventually. This is just what I happen to be in and I'm having a lot of fun on it right now because it's killing pretty quickly. Yeah, I think I do need to go out here somehow. Druid melee class is the Bjorning for you. I don't know, it's kind of close. I can kind of see that. It's something I probably would have agreed with more at some points, but a little bit, I guess they do use, I'm thinking a little bit more magic using instead of, like, the Bjorning, what they deal damage with is more of their melee and bear form. They don't really use nature magic in dealing damage, which is what I think of when I'm thinking of a druid, like somebody that uses more thorns and earth magic. There's really nothing quite like that in LOTRO though. That's why I think something like that. That's why I was also thinking, I guess, the Defiler. I feel like there's a cave right there, but it didn't have the actual instance thing. So yeah, I kind of remember this cave as well. We'll probably switch to fire in here. This is a good time to be fire. I'll go ahead and use that. Make sure I don't get a class lead or anything for it. You don't use magic for healing, you only strengthen morale. Yeah, I'm not even thinking healing wise for the druid. I don't know, maybe I'm not quite explaining it clearly. Just trying to think if there's another way or just something different about this kind of druid class that I would envision, because it would be different from the Bjorning in that it would be more nature based, even though the Bjorning is nature based for their healing. They just don't really use it as an offensive type magic. Which I don't even know if nature, I guess it still would be magic. I would classify it as magic. It's just, I don't think quite the same as elemental magic with fire, even lightning, frost, all that type of stuff. But another kind of class that kind of works into the Defiler Druid, I don't know Druid as much, but Shaman even. Shaman could have a few different interpretations. I could think of like the WoW Shaman, or a shaman that's more Defiler and dark magic like. But kind of these curse shouters that actually goes with it a little bit, but I don't know what type of stuff they use, but it looks like he threw a green bolt at me, but some sort of shadow or Defiler one like that again. I don't know quite Warlock like from taking again from WoW, but maybe even a little bit Necromancer like. I don't know, Raising the Dead, there are whites and stuff in this game, and you might be able to do something with a friendly skeleton somehow. I mean, you have like friendly Oathbreakers with captains. I don't know if that's really similar though. Do I just need to kill orcs in here, I think? Kind of just killing things while talking, but at least it's what I need to do for the quest. Yeah, I'm using some really bad rotation. At least I'm killing stuff quickly since it's fire. Do I need? I don't even need these curse shouters. I need the skirmishers. But yeah, he threw some sort of green bolt at me, so just something a little bit. I guess it's more evil based in that way. I also feel like I'm repeating myself, but I don't know if I'm explaining the class quite clearly. But we don't have any class that does stuff like that. If we think of all the casters in LOTRO, kind of Lore Master and Rune Keeper, and even Minstrel a little bit, just using some different tactical skills. I really shouldn't be doing this, but I don't really remember the spider part of this, and there are so many spiders here. At least I'll get my runestone. I just need to get like one hit with Essay of Fire and then use my Essence of Flame and get the AoE with that. This is going to be tough to live through, especially now that my runestone died. I think I'm just going to take too much damage, yeah. Well, that was an interesting experiment running through all those spiders. I would say it didn't quite work out. I don't even know, there wasn't even a plan going through it, to be honest. Kill that one since he saw he had low morale. I might be able to actually live through this and kill some of them, although I'm just pulling some more of them now. Oh, and they're going to root me, so now I definitely need to actually kill them and get a lag spike, but I killed them all anyway. Maybe something like Radagast magic. Yeah, so Radagast, kind of from what I remember in update 22, update 23 actually, in Arid Mithrin, a little bit of what I did with him on my Warden. Something kind of like that, I think, if I'm remembering what he's like, but that does sound familiar with something that could work. So yeah, going back to the technical classes in LOTRO, none of them really use, I don't think, nature as a way to damage enemies. Like, maybe you could argue that the Bjorning uses nature. They have, like... Do they have Nature's Mend? Is that one of their skills, even? They use nature for healing, and maybe Bee Swarm. I won't really consider that nature skill. It's bees. But something that I'm thinking is green. Green colored, like, I don't know, green colored skills that are nature. And since there's nothing like that in LOTRO, that's just where I see the gap, and that's why it's the first class that really popped into my mind that I'd like to see. Somebody else mentioned, this idea was okay, but it was like a range support class. So kind of like a hunter, but a ranger is what they called it. I don't even need to kill mobs here. They use the Bjornings use shouts to strengthen morale. Yeah, I can see that. It's kind of, they do have one skill that has a cast time and induction and looks naturey, though I think it is Nature's Mend. I don't necessarily mean to say they use magic from that, but it's just kind of the, from my perspective, what I see of it. But just some other classes getting off that topic of the druid nature-based class. I think a melee version of a Rune Keeper, I touched on this one a little bit, kind of like an enhancement shaman from World of Warcraft would be pretty fun. That's just because the shaman's either my favorite class or second favorite class in WoW. Probably my favorite class now. They've kind of ruined mage a little bit the past few years. And that probably also provides background why I like magic classes so much. I started with a mage in WoW, and it's been my favorite one on that. So that's why I wouldn't mind seeing more magic classes in LOTRO, but we have that whole lore issue that I keep talking about. And then I also mentioned some sort of shadow warrior, just using shadow or dark magic, or dark energy if you prefer. Some other classes mentioned the ranger. So the ranger one would be more support based, which I think could be interesting. Maybe that one they could have a pet, like kind of like animal pets, like lore masters, but a little bit different pets maybe. But I think I kind of like that idea to have a support ranger, not necessarily heal, but debuffing or maybe even buffing. So we need to do some turn-ins over here. Trying to think of some general other classes. In LOTRO there isn't really a holy type class. I think the closest thing would be minstrel, and they use light, which is close to holy, but I don't think there's really in this game anything holy based, so I don't really think anything like that would work. It would have to be light based, but there might be room for one light based. We'll go back to caster, but some sort of light based class. What do I want? Clicking through these, I want to check these, see if there's anything neat cosmetically, but I haven't seen anything from any quest basically yet. A pet necromancer? Yeah, that's one I mentioned you could use. That could even be animal pets, but I was thinking, since they have whites in LOTRO, you could... This glove is not nearly as bad as the boots, but it's not going to be an upgrade for me. But I still want to take it, see if it looks neat cosmetically. But they could summon maybe skeletons kind of like friendly white somehow. And then they could also use some darker nature-based type, magic type thing. And then LOTRO has a lot of melee classes, that's why I haven't really done any besides one that actually uses magic. They have a lot of regular combat melee classes with captain, guardian, champion. Even Warden's a little bit different, they're more mobile. I wouldn't really consider them a heavy melee hitter. like the other three. Burglar's also a little bit different, but that's once again another physical melee class. And then what other classes are there in LOTRO? I might have touched on all of them at this point. I'm trying to think if there's another class I'm missing that something similar to that could work. I guess in a way the Ranger could be a Lore Master Hunter hybrid in a way. Not like skill-wise that they use, but kind of what they do and the role they perform in groups. Okay, so I think I got all the quests. Bloodwing is something I want to go ahead and try. This will be pretty fun and interesting. I don't know if I'll actually be able to kill Bloodwing. I should have no problem with killing the Drakes. But I think knocking that one out, or at least trying to, will be fun to start here. Don't know which way I go. I think I should go all the way around and then up. I also draw a lot of class ideas from WoW because it's one of the main other MMOs I've played. I've also played Rift, and I was thinking they have one I think is kind of similar to a Shadow Warrior type, just a melee class that uses dark energy, shadow stuff. Which they have fears in LOTRO, you might be able to work something in with that. Do I want to go around this way? I think. On the map it looks blocked off, but here it looks like there's an opening, and I just don't remember exactly where I would go in for the Drakes. It's been a long time since I've done Bloodwing, actually. I really like the idea of just classes and games in general, so I kinda, this is something good to talk about. These guys, what do they have? Deal fire damage? Okay, I saw the fire buff there, and didn't know if it was like, takes decreased fire damage, which would not be good. He's dealing a ton of damage, I guess because they're tactical. And based on my Rune Keeper's experience, fire is really strong. Wow, he had just enough health that the Smoldering Wrath there didn't kill him, so I'd have to apply a couple other things, it seems like, before using that, and that might be the most efficient to get some of my dots ticking and let Smoldering Wrath actually finish them. So maybe Distracting Flame would be quick enough on this one. I'm gonna just try that and see if he dies. I can also always run up and use Scribe Spark and the other Lightning Consumer. Yeah, that might be okay. Since they're ranged, they don't run to my runestone and they can just damage me from far away, so it's a bit more trouble than I was initially thinking I would even have here. I guess I can get up this. I don't know if there's anything monk-like in LOTRO or in Lord of the Rings. I don't really know if, I just don't think a class like that could fit, again drawing from the one in WoW. Their melee damage is also kind of scary though. See, now if I try this, I feel like I'm spending too long not using Smoldering Wrath, even though Smoldering Wrath definitely should kill him off. I guess it still didn't. I don't know at this point if I already get the buff from using Smoldering Wrath. Doesn't look like it. So at higher levels at least you get a buff that increases your damage for every second you channel Smoldering Wrath. So I think I need to go... This way is a dead end, right? Yeah. So I need to go this way. I did not think that would cancel Smoldering Wrath. I don't know why I did that. That was a nice crit from Fiery Ridicule. Did not know that could crit almost 1,000. I don't really think that any other skin changing type classes would work in LOTRO. That's kind of, and while they have druids which can go to Moonkin, don't really see anything like that here, and also into cat form, and I don't think there's anything like that. It's just the Bjornings in their bear form, which is okay. It's just something else that I could think about as a potential class, but I don't think in LOTRO would really work. These mobs, normally lightning could be good for elites just so I can kite them, but these mobs being ranged, that doesn't really work. So here's Bloodwing, he's an elite master, and on top of him being an elite master, I'm like 95%, actually I'm 99% sure there will be 2 elites that come and join him trying to kill me. So we can maybe eat some of my low level food. Actually, I might eat some of my higher level food since I have a lot of it, and we'll need to replace that anyway. And then get my potions ready. A lot of potions, I guess I haven't used that many. Get the teal ones. Okay, so we have a wide row of potions. I need to use them since I have so many, so might as well, if I need them this fight, this is the time to use them. So I think what I actually want to do is I'm going to, just in case I get a debuff, and then this, and then this. So start off with a bubble actually. And then we'll go ahead and do the runestone. I don't know how much it will do. He just has so much morale, it's going to be hard to hit him enough. Doesn't look like I'm going to actually stun him. Oh, he is stunnable, and that's perfect because it interrupted. Although I am burning, which is not good. Okay, so if I can at least get this, and then I can use steady hands to switch and give myself another, actually, yeah. Oh no, he's got some ads right now. I don't know if I can survive Epic for the Ages. Doesn't look like it. Okay, time to use some potions. Oh, that's going to consume both of those. I need to get my runestone if it can hit the other Drake. It can tank a little bit, but I like placed it at a horrible position. Did he really de-aggro? Okay, well we get a second chance. That was once he summoned the ad, I had it down until he did that. It kinda took a big chunk of my morale, and I used potions I would have rather have not used if I didn't need to. I have a rejuvenation. I have a ton of potions on this character today. But yeah, the rejuvenation looks the same as the universal. The universal one's just nice because it's stronger. And again, this is the time to use those. Okay, we can go. I like the pre-fight. Kind of want to wait for this potion cooldown because I know I'll need it. That's just a minute of sitting here doing nothing then. Yeah, I can always equip an item like this if it would help in a single fight. It's going to be better than 25% XP. I'm going to do that. It's not the best pocket item, but again, better than 25% XP. Oh no. Oops. And definitely don't want this happening during the fight, so I guess it's good that I'm going ahead and killing him. And it'll give time for my potion to come off cooldown. Okay, so the ad came out right here, so I wouldn't mind actually standing near there so I can put my runestone down there and be prepared. So I think I'm good to go ahead and... I don't think you applied any debuffs, but... And I also don't know how long really Scribe a New Ending has by the time I pull. Yeah, I'm going to actually... Oh, so this time he's running to me now that I decide to not use my runestone. Because the runestone would do a lot more damage than Fiery Ridicule and Rid of Fire or whatever it is that I used other than that. So while I have a chance, I'm going to kite and then get that. That should get rid of that. Okay, so I'm going to go... Oh no, I want to use steady hands, didn't I? Wait, I'm doing this way different than last time. It's not... I'm going to use the potion. Well, I'm getting Epic for the Ages off. We're going to go ahead and just daze him, I think. Okay, so that should be good enough to go ahead and go about this again. I don't know where the ad is. Well, just where the ad is in general. So we killed him. no ad came, and that's kind of... I was prepared that fight for an ad, but it went smoothly without if I try to stop chatting. That was fun. Second try was a lot easier, but I didn't even die in between the 2 tries, so that worked out. Kinda curious why he went into melee that time though, and not the first time. Really like the stun from, even in Shocking Words, that's what it's called, but even in the red line, the stun from that's really nice for stuff like this. So I actually still need to kill more drakes, which is unusual. Usually, the way I've always gone through here, I kill a ton of drakes by the time I get to Bloodwing. This rotation I know is not the best because Essence of Flame was off cooldown, but we should still be safe, I would hope. Nope. I'm gonna play it safe. I don't want to risk dying here especially, so go ahead and just do that. He crit me for 909 right then as well. Okay, give a moment for my morale to restore. Shouldn't take too long overall, but I can get progress on my deeds while waiting. Oh, I've already used Scribe a new ending enough today. Final Word, I try to use that a lot, but I just haven't. It's also a really convenient skill even to not interrupt because it's immediate and you can animation cancel with it. I wonder what pulling a fight with attunement but stuff on cooldown would be like. You can find out. I just need one more Drake as well. That wasn't too bad. I just got my burst damage at the end instead of the beginning. So we'll see if I can just run out if they'll let me. If there's... Oh, is this the opening I came in? This might... Yeah, because I remember going up this little ramp. So I think I can. I think I can just run through this. We'll see. Yeah, the amount's taking a lot more damage than I'm actually taking. That was just the thing. I thought the drakes could one-shot my mount. So we have a turn-in or something, Cranog's third challenge up here. I also have to go back to that place with the Duverdane again. What's that? Is that? Oh, it's just a regular org. It looked a little bit different, a little bit more purple to me. What did I get? Unyielding Drake Scale. Oh, that's just a class item. There are a lot of Duverdane and Angmar. I didn't really realize that. I guess it's been a while since I've actually paid attention to the mob type here. What do I need to do here? Oh yeah, I need to jump on that. I kind of remember this used to be hard for me to jump on for some reason. I don't know if there was something, might even be missing it right now. No, it just looks like you have to, might be remembering incorrectly. I just kind of, maybe it was something I remember always having to do instead of particularly being hard. Okay, so I think it would be best if I head northwest and get my silver nuggets. Shakes, if these are, actually, are the silver nuggets, do you have to get, let's see, trying to read that but it doesn't really give much info. It says collect them from the orcs there. If they just drop off the orcs it'll be really easy, but I know there's a lot more stuff in that area and some more group oriented stuff and I don't really want to get quite involved in that yet, so we'll see. We'll go up here, I mean it's pretty close. Otherwise I would go ahead and do the Spash Lorry, more southeastern area, and then head back to Aughaire and see what's up with my quest. I keep trying to reply. It's kind of annoying, so we'll see. Doesn't look like it. I am just kind of off memory. I think it is something you have to loot from these sturdy chests, maybe. No, that looks kind of separate. I don't know, I kind of want to loot that sturdy chest anyway, so we'll just run in here like a regular old melee tank class. I don't know where the orc went. I thought he was chasing me. Oh well, that still worked out. So yeah, this sturdy chest is something different. I also don't think they have changed Angmar, but it is possible that they slightly change it. Yeah, we can just kill them and get the nuggets. I don't know why it's so weird on the map then. But it is possible maybe they have changed Angmar a little bit since I've last played it, but I don't think they have. Because everything else has been pretty much what I've done. It's just a couple of the specific details I don't remember as much, but again, it's been a few years since I've actually run through it. Just run through it a lot, but it's been a while. This place used to be so hard. That's one of the most vivid things I remember about just Angmar, and especially this camp, having so much trouble going through it. I think even on my Rune Keeper, pulling 2 mobs like that could be a little bit scary. I'd have to do a lot more maneuvering around and stuff. Completed in many of the orcs. But yeah, we're just getting our nuggets here, and that's fine. There's a chieftain guy. I do want to make sure I don't have any other quests in this area real quick. I forget, is Smoldering Wrath the one-shot on signatures? I know it is on regular mobs, but I kind of want to test the signature, see if we'll one-shot him. I guess I'll use Rid of Fire to build my attunement though. But we'll try and not count that damage somehow. Okay, not quite a one-shot. There we go. So I have all my quests tracked, it looks like, so nothing here. Which means we can head southeast and do the Bloodstone Trove. So is the Bloodstone Trove, I wonder if that's something specific I have to loot, or just like a mob drops it and that's it. Just have to kill a few mobs for it maybe. So this character is my tailor. I can make, I wonder if yeah, I still have the level 30 rune bag. Oh, maybe. Rune Keeper, Rune Satchel. There we go. Yeah, I can make a level 41 so I could get minus 1% more healing attune skill power cost. The other ones, at least for the lower levels, aren't all that useful, like the target resist rating for Shocking Touch specifically isn't the most exciting. Shocking Words damage actually is something I would want. We are... Oh, that's the same orc cave I went to. I guess looking through it here, it just looked quite a bit different, and it's also kind of lit up, kind of neat. I guess I'll get a screenshot of that, but... Yeah, it just looked... I was kind of curious what it was. Had to look at the map, see where I was. I do want to track mines. I'm not really... It's not a big focus on this character, but it's still stuff that's nice to get for my ults. Also, these Lepithron branches. Because yeah, I'll be working on my ult, so I'm kind of less focused on it right now. For a while there, I was consuming their 30% VIP rested XP every day with crafting, basically. But now, a few of them are higher up, like my Weaponsmith and Jeweler. Like, characters actually want to have high-end crafting to craft for my higher level characters. And just for the kin and stuff like that. I've already gotten them up there, so I'm less focused on them because of that. And then some of the lower level ones, I don't want to outlevel stuff I have planned for them. But I still got them up to the level I want to get them to. Okay, so... What do we need to do here? Oh yeah, it's this actual loot box there. I remember that. I didn't think you got it from killing a mob. And no, not a loot box like the LOTRO store loot box, I just realized that. It's more of a regular loot box. So that's all I needed for that quest. I guess if this was off cooldown, I could actually use that, but I'm pretty close. I think there might be some other quests in the future that I might want to save it for anyway. Plus, in general, I just don't mind running back. It's something I probably could do more often, is actually use my milestone. Oh, that one's actually... Oh, for some reason I thought I targeted that one again. So it's... Some of these do look a little bit different than the purple ones. I guess I'll kill them because I kind of stopped here too long. But yeah, I targeted the signature and it turned out to be a whole different one. I don't know why that got interrupted quickly. Oh, because he died. That definitely works. So many debuffs. That's why Scribe a New Ending is really nice, because it removes so many debuffs every 2 seconds. Well, removes one, but so many overall. And it does have its drawbacks, but it's a pretty short cooldown. And compared to the Minstrel, I didn't know the Minstrels removed it from everybody, one debuff, so that's kind of nice. I was playing my Minstrel healing recently, which I don't... Trying to think. I recorded that gameplay. I have a few videos coming up that I could use gameplay like that for. But I don't know if I actually ever used it in any video yet. But yeah, I played my... I guess I can equip that back. Played my Minstrel healing recently, so I have a little bit more comparison now to the Rune Keeper, even though my Minstrel is in the 20s. But just as far as some of their utility goes, I learned a bit about that. Major Ballad, or whichever one is the one. For some reason I'm thinking it's actually Minor Ballad, but the one that actually heals when you're blue stance. What's that stance called? I don't even know what that stance is called, but the blue stance. That's not Melody or War Speech or Dissonance as it's called now. Resonance, maybe? And kind of be the opposite. But anyway, when you're in that stance, the Ballad heals a lot more than it used to, so that's kind of nice. Makes the yellow line a bit more fun to play, I think, as well. So I could get... Yeah, this necklace from these guys is slightly worse. I don't even know what I want. I'm just gonna click stuff. I'm very slow at turning in quests. I have to like analyze the quest rewards so much. Oh, that is an... Honestly... Okay, that gives... Yeah. I don't know. It's almost not an upgrade, but I think it is an upgrade overall. I think all this melee at my expired auction is trying to sell off some of my instance gear. Sold a few pieces, but it might either take a few rounds or just lowering the price. I only put them at 1 gold, but every 1 gold would help me. But yeah, maybe too expensive because some of the pieces were pretty bad and nothing I would want anyway. These leggings might... I don't think they're quite an upgrade, but compared to some of my other stuff, they're not too bad. So we need to defeat Furadak, Fongala, and Moradek. So yeah, I'm starting to get... Oh yeah, these are the guys we defeat around here. I saw somebody else trying to defeat them earlier. Wonder if I could do a fight. Let's try that. Just Fiery Ridicule and... Oh, Fiery Ridicule. Do I need to use Scribe Spark? For some reason I'm thinking I do for one of my deeds. Or maybe it's an optional, use Scribe Spark, use something else. Like a few of these nice Rune Keeper ones seem to have. So yeah, now I am piling on the quest a little bit more now, doing Booth Sankas. Is it this one? No, this is Booth the Week. That dude still has the filtered quest, which still shows up unfortunately. And then Fongala or Moradek is over here. It will be Moradek. Oh, that was quick. See, it's kind of interesting actually going through Angmar with it being a whole lot easier than it used to be. So again, the last time I ran it would have been my Guardian, which I think while I was going through Angmar is when Helm's Deep was released. So it was kind of in the middle, or maybe even towards the beginning. Might have been the beginning. They had the trait trees and the specialization, so it's this one. Oh, I was wondering if I got to actually kill her, because she was going so low on her morale. I am a worthy opponent. Oh, I'm worthy in her eyes. Well, yeah, I hope so after that. I also just remembered Angmar taking a lot longer. Maybe because it was more difficult and a little bit harder to travel through, that these quests took longer because of that. Yeah, I'm like plowing through these super quickly, it seems like. So now I need a challenge Necton. Where is he? Oh, he's just like randomly out there in the middle of Angmar. I remember seeing him actually. At one point I was wondering, I assumed he was for a quest later. So yeah, we can look at some of this Fim gear now and see cosmetically maybe if I equip something like that. We'll see how it looks. I could just really use a cosmetic set, especially one that matches my shield would be nice. That's when I get the High Officer's one, I might actually use that. Even though I kind of like that one without anything, I might like it with the shield. But yeah, that's one of my priorities with Moria, is crafting the High Officer set, oddly enough, because I love the look of that one, especially when dyed black. And I think Moria is also when we get the black dye, and not just from Festival. Did he really take that? Oh man, I should take this one from him. Although now I kind of feel bad that I just like jumped on that one when he took the other one. Probably should have let him have it. It was a rich one though, so I got an adamant shard. I'll see, he can get... Oh, he's AFK. No, I want to give him a do not fall, but it looks like he's just leaving. See, we should, I guess, have to drop a little bit here. Should be... Oh yeah, he's around the tree. Get my class deeds. I'm almost done Fiery Ridicule, just 5 more times. I don't know if Conflagration of Runes. No, I'll also have to do Confounding Principle, which is quite a bit away. The Rune Keeper, I'm still just way less worried than other classes. I guess the main thing for fire is you get Combustion, and you also get the... Wait, when do you get your AoE bubble? So you get your AoE bubble pretty quickly in Blue Line. Do have a point to spin. So I could get Scathing Mockery, but it really is a useless skill, especially at this point. The only time I would really use it is to hit 5 targets from ranged, because the other AoEs I have only hit 3, so that's the only real benefit out of it, is to tap more mobs. But even if I'm trying to kill 5 mobs, it's more efficient to use your other AoEs. No, I feel like that skill, they can make it a little bit better in some way. It's a neat looking skill, it's just really bad, and I would hate spending a trait point on it. But I don't know what else I would get that would be much more beneficial. I wouldn't use it at all, basically, if I got it, so that's kind of why I'm not planning on getting it. So this one has reduced target's resistance to fire whenever I use a fire skill, so that's another fire debuff. It's useful. I kind of want to start getting Fiery Ridicule up to be an AoE, but yeah, we might not. That might just not be something we can get even in the Legendary server at this point until maybe Moria. It's not the biggest deal that it's not AoE, it's just nice when it is. And I feel like this other stuff is more useful, of course. Otherwise I wouldn't be picking it. So we can get that and move on with our questing, head north here, and do the Booth of the Week quest. These ones are some of the ones I was expecting to be harder way north here. I see it on the... Oh, it's underground. That's why I saw it on the mini-map and I was like, there's no ore here. Well, that's kind of nice. I actually had to go mining for that one, I guess. Platinum ore. I just really need both dwarf iron and platinum. Well, platinum not as much anymore, but really need dwarf iron, and platinum's still going to be useful. LOTRO. Yeah, this area is kind of odd because there's just nothing here and it's a little camp-like. I know it comes into play later, but it's something I would expect maybe more immediately to get some quests here and just do various things around there. But yeah, not like an issue I have with the zone, it's just kind of something interesting I think about it. Got a lot of bounty veteran recruits. I have no idea why those are locked. I want to sell them. I want the 500 silver from that. Maybe I was saving them up to sell a lot at once. I used to do that with the skirmish, the bounties you got from skirmishes, which are the same ones you get from instances now. I would love to just lock those and rack up a ton of those and sell them all at once. Back when I was really poor in LOTRO and any amount of money was really helpful. It just used to be, a lot of stuff was cheaper, I guess, and it used to be harder to make money. Especially coming from a WoW background where there was a lot more, but now LOTRO is kind of inflated quite a bit and it's a lot easier to come by gold. It feels more normal to me, but it might still be a lot. Especially if you are used to vanilla LOTRO, where it was probably a lot harder. Rune Keeper's kind of odd how their damage is, at least the fire damage. So on my Warden, the main trouble I run into is it just takes a while for all my damage skills to get really any effect and feel the effect of my DPS actually. But the Rune Keeper, just from my experience so far, and even in general with my higher level ones and other things, is you get some pretty quick burst damage actually. Even some of your dot here, like SAF fire taking every 2 seconds for that is a pretty significant dot. So you get burst damage to start a fight, and then it kind of has some slow periods, and then you start building up sustain after a while. And then you still get some of the extra burst during the sustain that takes a little bit more to build up. So it's kind of, I don't know, a little bit like this is just a slower part of the fight if that was actually what I was doing in a rotation. Although, yes, definitely not like that compared to just SAF Fire, Essence of Flame, and then even the Runestone just quickly build your 3 attunement to get Smoldering Wrath as quick as possible. And then, like, if I was doing this a while, eventually Writ of Fire and the Fire Ridicule, kind of the more rotational sustain part of the rotation, would build up decent damage while waiting basically for Smoldering Wrath, SAF Fire, and Essence of Flame, your strong skills here. So yeah, if I'm doing something like this, I just have no time to really let my dots tick way up, and I was kind of, I don't know, maybe a little bit different with Bloodwing, but just because it was a different fight, different dynamics with the whole Elite Master situation. So I completed Conflagration of Runes, so that's nice. I'm really killing mobs too fast to use Shocking Touch, which I need to use a lot more. What do I need to do here? I'm just killing orcs, which probably isn't quite what I need to do. Okay, so I thought I needed to head to these things. I need to head to these things and do some sort of something. I think eventually you get a quest to get these troves or something. What do I do here? Oh, I just need to locate it. Okay, that works. And do I need to kill the chieftain? Yes, I do. So that's an or, kill one or the other. This fight I could have just started with Smoldering Wrath and it would have killed him probably, but even signatures I don't really get a chance to go about my rotation much, unlike other classes. It's the same thing with Warden. You know, you can put all your stuff on, but by the time you put all your stuff on, they're dead. And you don't really get to see a lot of your DPS because of it, oddly enough. There's, I'll definitely leave that sturdy chest. I actually searched for Bree reputation items on this character, but nobody seems to want to either sell any or have any in the auction hall. Because it is something I looked into and it seems somewhat feasible to be able to buy enough items to get my reputation up. Like if I bought a full stack of the 700 rep items, which would be 100 of them. I think 100 is the stack that rep items go to and not 500 now. We can just go here and use Flurry of Words. Yeah, I just have so many memories of this part of Angmar specifically, because it's one of the areas that LOTRO just ramped up in difficulty, it seemed like. And this was definitely one of the areas I would have issues with my leveling characters. But now I know I'm like a little bit low on morale right now specifically. But I killed a lot of mobs and just kind of ran through and not paying too much attention overall. Okay, so I just need to defeat, the Angmar are elite, so that adds a little bit. I will give them that. I actually remember being on my Lore Master here specifically, and there was a rare that spawned here, because I was having kind of fun killing elites on him. It's kind of the thing with elites. I have my immediate burst damage, and then Smoldering Wrath, which takes up most of their morale, but then I have to go into a little bit of the rotational sustain part. But that part, building it up is weak and it doesn't have time to actually ramp up in damage, because once I start ramping it up, they actually die. I don't know, maybe in an instance I could finally, a really high morale boss, I could finally start seeing my rotation come into play, but usually at that point, if you happen to run into one of those situations, the mob will have enough mechanics that you have to avoid and can't really fully utilize your rotation, it seems like. Okay, so we just need one more Angmar, it's not really too big of a deal. I guess for this one, in case I do pull the 2 elites, I will be prepared for that. Oh, looks like the other one's just gonna run away. He knows. Oh no, he will aggro. I was going to say he knows to avoid me, but nope. So we are going to run up with Flurry of Words and try to hit him with it. Well, that probably wasn't a smart idea. I want to daze this one. Hope he's not in there. Okay. There we go. I might just use, yeah, I'm going to use, oh no, I died. I tried to use Steady Hands and switch. I started taking too much damage when I didn't have the bubble to fall back on, so I'm probably going to pull both of them once I res up here. Yeah, so I have another one here. I didn't really need to fight 2, I just thought it would be fun if I did, but then I didn't realize the one was a crossbowman, which definitely hurt. Because if I knew he was ranged, I could have pulled him and not used my runestone actually, and just, oh, it looks like, really? I'm like running, I guess, the wrong way to avoid these elites. I shouldn't have to use my potion, it's just, they're being kind of annoying with how far I have to run away. So I guess that adds a little bit of the scariness with Angmar. Pulling 2 elites is going to be a bit tougher. Why are they following me for so long? That's just so weird. Usually mobs run away way before I want them to. These ones want to stay on me forever. Oh, definitely want to get my bubble with this guy. I always worry about dots in this game with the updates recently. They're just in general a lot stronger. There we go. Okay, so we will come back and kill those. Kind of feel like I should kill the 2 elites specifically because they killed me. Oh, I also have this plus 5% damage buff I could start a fight with. So we'll go ahead and kill the Rune Keeper. I don't know if there's anything special about him. He just looks a little bit different. Thought he might have something special to him, but we'll see. Okay, I thought he did. He's doing some sort of induction. He might summon and add or something, so I guess, actually, you know what? Oh no, we're not gonna stick by that one. He's just gonna spawn. Okay. Prelude to Hope's actually a really nice heal now. We'll try and just sneak by. Okay, let's try this again. I'm kind of out for a vengeance against them. So this time I'll use the, oh no, the better strategy and actually prepare for it a little bit more. We want to kill the crossbow guy first. I'm going to run out of my bubble by the time I pull him. Oh, it looks like the other one's not even going to pull. Well, that's no fun. We gotta pull him. We gotta make this fight like it actually was. Okay, I should be good to Armor of the Elements and Steady Hands. And then I'll let the Armor of the Elements buff. Actually, heal him. There we go. Maybe. I want to use my bubble. There we go. Yep, that was much smoother. Now I need to find a way to get out of here. I guess I'm ready for turn-ins. This is a good time, I think, to go ahead and use my milestone. Oh, I need to collect a heart from the... What? Oh, that's a Malin had, so I don't need to worry about that for a while, actually. I still feel like I'm missing... I might get these quests later, but I still feel like I'm missing some quests because usually there's a quest to pick up all these boxes in this area as well. I just hope I don't end up missing some big chunk of Angmar because of that. But yeah, we can turn these in and I guess see there's no problem in that. None of these are good, none of them are upgrades. They're both worth the same. Breckcham. Does not look good and it's not good. Once again, none of these are good. One of these quests I think rewarded an actual item that maybe it was this Gillen one, not an upgrade. But yeah, one of those that just rewards it and not a select a reward type thing. That I kind of needed to look at but forgot about it. So here's Robe of Femme. Oh no, does it really look that ugly? Like I get all these Femme gear pieces, I could have got them the medium or heavy armor one for cosmetic, and this one's just like all covered up by an ugly robe. So this is the Rite of Klukoth, which is the 5th challenge, which would be the rest, so I definitely feel like I'm going to be missing some sort of Angmar quest unless we do see some more along the way. That's possible. And unless they remove the quest, which would be kind of odd. But yeah, I'm missing something at least. It's also just weird to me going through them a lot quicker, but I know there's that quest to pick up the boxes in that area over there. It might even be the one northeast, more towards Dawnvale. Well, I saw the boxes over here, so it wouldn't have been that. But maybe, I don't know. Talk to Tazville? Okay. I wonder how we're doing XP wise. We're slightly under leveled, it looks like, for the regular quest, but I mean, going through all of Angmar, I don't know how much of it I can do solo. So it wouldn't be like on this character as big of a deal if I don't actually get level 50 out of Angmar. That's kind of one of the things I wanted to test here. But yeah, I'm kind of curious how I'm doing, like at this rate, what I would finish the zone at. And I might still have to step into Foreshall on this character as well, in between this, which would get me extra XP. Which again, I want to mind leveling faster, that's like no big deal to me. It's just kind of Angmar is one zone. At least what I can do solo is something I want to do as much as I can. Okay, so this is all the way back to Cranog. And I just got on my horse form to go away. Yeah, I have that, I think. Or had that at a point. Maybe I don't have that on my Lore Master. I feel like I would. Maybe I do. I don't know. The axe just doesn't have enough DPS, I don't think. From what I remember on my Warden, but it does have nice stats. Those, same with the sword, probably. It has really nice. Oh, that has physical mastery. Never mind. That's why I didn't want to have it on my Lore Master. I thought it said tactical. So yeah, they're nice stat-wise having all the mastery, but your DPS is going to be determined more by the actual weapon DPS. Yeah, now we finally go to LOTRO. So Tazgal, that's his name, by the way. The guy we had to talk to. Oh, we need to talk to him and travel. Well, that just makes it easier. I was just gonna run to LOTRO. I was like, there's no ring there. Well, now. So does this just start the instance quest, maybe? Well, guess we'll start this. From what I remember, this one takes a while. Not only takes a while. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. That's why. Not only takes a while because it's kind of slow and a lot of waiting and walking, but a lot of talking and waiting. I don't know. Maybe it's not quite that way. I know LOTRO's like right here, but for some reason I remember this one being pretty slow, but maybe not. I always seem to think about that about every instance quest though, which usually is the case, I guess. So I have two robes. Both look the same, even though one's like a nice femme robe. I have that full set. I still don't think, you don't get much for 5 different set items equipped. Although it'd be kind of nice just to equip a full set like that. Should have all the pieces. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, I do have all of them. I guess we will just watch the quick cloth unfold there. Have I really only been going an hour and 10 minutes? This is just going insanely fast for Angmar for me. I guess that's something I'll have to know. I don't know if I necessarily like it or dislike it. It's just, I remember spending so long here, especially so long on this part on my various characters. It's a lot different. I'm kind of trying to think if this was my first time going through Angmar, how I would feel about the pace, and I'd probably like it. I'm going through pretty quickly, so it'd probably be fun like that, but I kind of miss going through really slowly and feel like I'm spending a lot of time adventuring here and killing things in Angmar. I will fight for Trove galore. Don't know why I have my wallet just open there. Okay, so I haven't taken a good look at my class deeds yet today. Might as well work on some. Yeah, the rune sign, I still think that's like rune sign of winter or something from the blue line. Oh, we got some mobs to fight. I'm going and get the signature killed. I'm kind of used to having Ceaseless argument, I just realized that. It's like I was about to use Control 2 for Ceaseless argument, which I think is why I have it S on my Fire Rune Keeper, my other Legend on Arkenstone. Kill them, we will not, they will live. Oh, there we go. I didn't see she was actually still alive. For some reason I thought we actually did kill her. So he thinks we're weak because we didn't just execute them. Now we can finish, so that wasn't too bad overall. I mean, it was still some waiting, but story building type stuff. And wasn't way too long. Okay, so I think, so in general, the physical mitigation is going to be just simply better for most things, but I feel like, I don't know. On this character, maybe even the physical mitigation could be better than the tactical and work on the tactical later. That's what I'm thinking, actually. So normally I would get the tactical because that's a hard one to get, but right now I'm feeling like the physical on this character when he gets level 50 would be more useful, oddly enough, even though tactical, again, is the one you really want and take a lot of damage from. I just feel like the physical with my character and how he is right now would overall be better. So I get tactical from fate. Also get it from vitality. Don't get physical. And the will gives tactical, so that's kind of, tactical class has tactical mitigation. So that's kind of my thoughts on the physical, and for general stuff the physical is going to be better. That's probably most I'll do on this character. I don't know, I might do like Helagrod or Rift on this character eventually. If it's not like, if we're waiting for Moria and he's level 50 already. Basically if we have another weekend, I guess, after this weekend. Or after the weekend after this weekend, because I won't be able to play much next week. I meant to make a channel update video. I gotta make a channel update video about that. So yeah, we are ready to leave. No, we have to go to Phalacro. Okay. So hopefully we get some quests from Phalacro to do some more stuff up north there. Because I really feel like we need more stuff to do. That's kind of the thing, I guess. I'm happy with the pace and how quickly we're going about stuff, but I kind of feel like there should be more stuff to do. I don't feel like I've done enough, basically, with my questing. I guess is the way to put it. And it's not necessarily that I haven't done enough time-wise, it's just what I'm doing with the quests. I feel like I could do more in the individual quest sets at each place, or just go back to some of the areas even more if they want to keep that style. Maybe just one more time, don't want it to drag on a lot. But we'll slowly make her. Why did I had like such a lag with my noise of breaking my leg from when I actually did it. That was kind of weird. I have something attacking me, but I didn't see it chasing me. I guess that outran it pretty quickly. Oh, we need to turn this way. Kind of want to get this dwarf iron if I can, though. I feel like that range mob is just going to be attacking me, and it's probably going to dismount me anyway. Oh, he just interrupted me, really. Actually, I should use Shocking Touch while I'm thinking about it. If that dot doesn't kill him. Oh no. Let me actually get a little bit closer. There we go. Okay, so I'm like, oh, I actually see it on the minimap now. I'm just kind of stuck by this ridge thing. Guess I gotta go all the way around then. So I guess this evening I'll probably just finish Aughaire and then kind of be done. There's this guy. I guess I do not fall. Finally, I see somebody I can put it on while I'm thinking about it at least. Okay, so we do get some more quests. That is nice. I thought we got more quests here, and now I'm getting, I think, a lot of the quests I'm more familiar with that will be... Yeah, there's the food stores. That's kind of the quest I was thinking about. Okay, I'm back to thinking I am not crazy, which is good. So yeah, we can, honestly, I might, okay, so I'm probably not actually going to do these quests. I'm like really tired right now. I don't know if anyone can tell. But I don't really want to get fully involved with these quests yet, especially if I don't feel like I will want to finish them, which I might, they might go quickly, I don't know, but I have a lot of different things to do in different areas. It looks like I can run around a bit, so I feel like that's just something I could save for later. The Brimstone Swamp, so that's going to be headed there. So I think I might try to find a Halls of Night group actually. That might be a good thing to do. Actually, looking at my quest log, it made me think of that. But I'll also be heading to Rivendell. So let's try Halls of Nights pretty quickly. It's a pretty quick instance. Fairly quick. I guess I'll travel to my personal house and then go to Ear of the Wind from there. We'll see if we find a group. If it takes a while to find one, might save that for later. But I just kind of feel like while I'm lower level, it's a good idea to go ahead and get it done as far as that quest goes, especially. And just to finish out more. So here's my little house that I can't even fit. Am I really going to... Yep. Okay, so OBS decided to disconnect. We should be back now. That was kind of weird, and it's kind of when I'm wrapping this up. But yeah, whenever I restart it, it seems to work fine now, so it's kind of... Used to just power through that issue. Not really all that well. I realized as I was going about that, I was thinking, you know, I'd go through that and kind of finish this, but... Yeah, then I realized... Not something I really want to do, and we've already been going an hour, so it's not like it's been a super short stream. I was just thinking initially doing this, I guess an hour to 2 hours, you know, still above an hour, so that's not too bad. I didn't really know what planning, because I just finished my homework again and started streaming. Where are we going anyway? We're going to my class trainer. That's where we need to go. But I want to get this part done so I don't forget about it. It's something that I can quickly do here so I don't just suddenly end the stream on you all in a very quick period like that. But yeah, I'm kind of having fun with Angmar so far. Again, I've talked about this a lot, that I'm going through it quicker. And it's just structured a little bit different than I quite remember, but again, it's been a while and now I'm getting the quests I'm more familiar with. I just thought you got a lot of these quests at the same time instead. A lot of these quests that are like quest sets that I'm going about these areas, I thought you got a few of these at the same time. So I also feel like I'm not actually doing as many quests each time, which, again, it's not like an issue for the zone, it's just different than I remember. Even though, again, I've gone through, ooh, I get that at one level. I've gone through it a lot of times, and it has been a while. I just feel like I would remember that a little bit better. Golo Ometh. Okay. Guess I already have these recipes. Don't need my 14 tactical mastery. This like really old stats. They have the new ones. Like the one I have is what, 1,000 tactical? Almost 1,000, but 1,000 crit as well. Okay, so we need to talk to Aragorn for all those, right? Or do we just kind of start them? Elrond. You have to talk to Elrond for these? I thought it was always Aragorn for all these. The last homely house? I guess it is. What's his name? Elrond. Which I have to go to Rivendell for. And I think Rivendell should be Southbury. So I'm kind of at the in-between. I could go to either one. I guess we'll go this kind of longer way, maybe. I don't even know if it's that much longer. I can take a shortcut here. So yeah, to continue my thoughts a little bit about Angmar, I guess I talked about that and finished them a little bit, but I'm excited for the future of Angmar. Since I have done these parts so many times before, even though it took me a lot longer and it was a lot more difficult, so that part itself has kind of changed. I'm excited to see how the rest of it goes, because that I have not done. So if I go to the map of Angmar a little bit for more experience of what I've done Mallenhead a couple times. And I'm not sure if I've ever... I think I have finished Mallenhead, but I don't know if I've ever actually gone past it, so I don't really know what's past it and how much more group content the content gets oriented, how much more group oriented the content gets later, for a better way to phrase that. Yeah, that's something I'm just interested to see what it's like because of that. And I think I went through again on my Guardian. I went through more on him than pretty much any of my other characters. I think some of them I might have gone a little bit more than him. One in particular being my old Rune Keeper, I guess. I don't remember actually spending that long there on my Warden, my original one. I remember it more on my Rune Keeper and my Guardian and my Champion and my Hunter. But not as much my Warden. Maybe I did. I don't know. And my Rune Keeper so far, to talk a little bit more about the class I'm going through Angmar in. He's been pretty fun. Fire's just fun. It's killing very fast. Lightning's also fun. It's killing slightly slower, but it is mobile and something different that's fun to play. But at the same time, if I have the ability to switch specs and do more damage, often I'm going to switch specs and do more damage, which is going to be fire. But getting those 3k crits with epic conclusion's pretty nice. I don't know if I'm at the point where I want to switch it back to blue line yet, because I really want to see that rune sign. I'm pretty sure that it is thing in blue line. But yeah, that's one reason I want to play blue line, or just check blue line and make that trait tree. The other reason is if I do any instances, I'll have to switch yellow line anyway and set it up. Where at least I'm healing. If I'm DPSing, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so let's talk to Elrond here for all of these. Yeah, he gives me these quests. For some reason, I don't know, maybe it is the case that it's Aragorn for all the other classes, or all the other classes I've done so far. But I don't remember it being Elrond, but maybe it has been Elrond actually. I just remember incorrectly, that's possible. So these are, I just want to see, so you can get Angmar for the first 4. Okay, I didn't know if it was Angmar for the second. Oh, so that kind of aligns with the Regian, so that's going to not be good. I wonder if I can get, maybe in Goblin Town I could get the last 4 on each of those, just run Goblin Town a few times, the throne room on this character. I'll also be going through Foreshell a little bit. And that is the second one, so that helps. I'll just be, as far as Foreshell, getting some gameplay for a video on Foreshell that will be revealed more what it's about, I guess, tomorrow. So I guess that's kind of where I'm wrapping up. I finished that and got that done. So some upcoming content, since I've talked a lot about what I've already done so far. Some more upcoming content. Since LOTRO, there's going to be a day of maintenance, 22 hours scheduled of maintenance. They kind of hope to get it done earlier, it sounds like, but it seems unlikely. I will have a new series premiere tomorrow called Things I Like. I already have the playlist set up and I've been sharing it quite a bit on Twitter, but that's kind of exciting. I'll have that video 12 p.m. tomorrow, and it will start with a Shire. And it's just going to be kind of a zone review in a way, but a little bit different setup. And then, if the maintenance gets done early, I might stream tomorrow evening as well. Otherwise, I don't really have anything planned, and it's going to be probably start setting up more like my channel update, those type of videos, working on a few different things for what's coming up the next week or so, or next 2 weeks at this point. Which might not be good, because basically I won't be able to play at all next week. And the problem with that is I feel like the legendary server is going to go to Mines of Moria next week as well. Which it might not, it's just kind of the suspicion I have. So we'll go to Southbury here, since I'm talking long enough to do all this travel. But yeah, that's what's coming up tomorrow. I'm just really excited for that series. Hope people like it. Some people seemed excited for it, and I just hope it goes well with that. So I'll go ahead and leave it at that. Otherwise, I will stream Thursday, assuming I don't Wednesday because of the maintenance. And yeah, I don't have anything else that I know of. I'm pretty sure I can stream Thursday, but yeah, that's what's coming up. If I stream Thursday... Oh, so Thursday, I'd probably work on my Warden and go back to my Warden on Thursday. Might do Rift Tier 1 on Thursday. Not sure exactly, but that's what's going on. I hope you all enjoyed this stream, though. I feel like I'm doing the outro really long here, so I need to not drag that on as much. It also doesn't help that I'm tired, but I hope you all enjoyed this, and if you did, please consider liking and subscribing for more, and thanks for watching, everyone.